Well, the rights had become available, and when I heard about it, I knew that there were about 12 different studios and entities that were circling the rights. And I wrote up a document that said, here's my basic approach to the show. And I, eventually it made its way to Robyn Asimov, his daughter, who's the keeper of the rights and the keeper of the state. But anytime I adapt something, I say, what are the core principles of this? What's the DNA of this? Did I get it right? And she said, you got it right. And she was in agreement with some of the changes that I wanted to make in order to bring the work to a larger audience. I just try to respect the source material, and if the author or authors are still alive, I try to engage with them. And in the case of Robyn, who's the keeper of the Asimov estate and the Asimov flame, just make sure that we're not doing anything that violates the DNA of the source material. Well, they wanted to make sure that with such a big undertaking that I had a roadmap and a plan and that I wasn't just making it up as I went along. So I had to convince them that there was a plan, and over the course of about an hour and a half, I loosely pitched out what would be 8 seasons. Who knows if we'll get there, but I do have, I think, 8 seasons worth of story to tell. And they were impressed enough to think I wasn't just making it up, that I did have a roadmap. But it's important also to adjust the roadmap as you go. Well, the fact that it had not been adapted in a visual medium, I thought was a plus for us, because there were no visual depictions to really compare it to. Only insofar as Foundation was influential to George Lucas and Frank Herbert, and so I think there are elements of Foundation that have appeared in Star Wars and Star Trek, and certainly in Dune. And so when we started, I just said, I just want to make sure that for the mainstream's consciousness, I think when they think of science fiction, they think of Star Trek or Star Wars. And so I wanted to make sure that we weren't pulling from those visual references. So in as much as possible, I said, let's look to history and let's not look to depictions of the future. Let's look at things that are classic and timeless, and let's try to come up with different ways to visualize space travel, certainly different ways to visualize math, different ways to visualize holograms. Just at every turn, I tried to challenge my crew and my writers to do something different and to not do something based on something they'd seen before. Well, the one unusual advantage was we filmed about 3 episodes. We broke for COVID, as you say, for, 5 or 6 months. And during that time, we actually wrote the first 5 episodes of season 2. And because we'd written the first 5 episodes of season 2, and then we went back to finish filming season 1, we actually then changed some of the things in season 1 because we'd gone further than we'd intended to. And that is something that I don't think will ever be replicated again. We had the opportunity to work out the story much further than the end of season 1. And that was an unexpected gift that COVID gave us that, again, I don't think we'll ever have that experience again.